I with the win against the bye week. Mike Norvell, no COVID for him. Florida State is able to defeat the bye week, so we're feeling good. Happy Sunday. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling so good. I wonder why. But tonight with me is Nate Greer, our lead recruiting insider up top next to me. Down below me is Carlos Williams, 2013 national champion. Austin Beasy, lead basketball writer. He's getting a little giddy too because basketball is here this month. What's happening, gentlemen? What's up? Good evening.
So
What's going on?
Enjoying the weekend.
I like that hoodie you got on there. I do have to say.
You like that? Yeah, I actually changed that mid-game. They just had got scored on, and 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I threw this on. I brought some good juju to the team.
Yeah, I was wearing this before halftime, and then the game was kind of going sideways there. Took it off, went shirtless. Steelers come back. Phenomenal game, too. That game always goes into the last minute in the fourth quarter where you almost have a heart attack, and it ended up being one of the great ones. And, Lamar Jackson still is a beast, but luckily the Steelers were able to handle him a little bit. And flags kind of helped both teams on different occasions.
Yeah, it was a good battle. Every time you see those two teams go at it, you're going to see a battle. It's going to come, like you said, it's going to come down to the last play, last drive, the last second on the clock. I think they're deep. Like I said, I tweeted you. I said by 10. I told Freddie by 10. But, they won by 6. But, it's just it's two great teams. If whoever wins that game is going to win the division. And then the other one's going to have to go play in the wild card. So, that was a do-or-die game, and you're going to play again. But winning that first one gives you the upper hand.
Yeah, it sure does. And now the Steelers have a good lead. But, how was everybody's Halloween? Because I didn't actually do anything yesterday. I drank too much on Friday, so I had a terrible hangover yesterday. So I kind of just hung out at home like a complete loser. But everybody's Halloween go well?
I just stayed at home and slept. I saw washed, but that's all I did.
We had to get together on Friday, and then Saturday we hung out with some family, and that was about it. And Sunday, sat around, watched football all day.
Oh, I saw you wearing something, Los. You had something on. I didn't know what you were wearing.
Huh?
You were wearing something last night. I don't know what you were wearing. I saw on Facebook.
I dressed up for Halloween. I was Mr. Smith for Halloween. My wife was Mrs. Smith.
Okay. You kind of scared me there on Facebook. I didn't know what was going on, but, no comment. No more comment.
No. The week before that, I went to a kid's party, and I was the Hamburglar. So
that's right.
Like a criminal.
That is right. Nate, you said that you're not a big candy guy, not a big chocolate guy?
Nah, I'm not a big chocolate guy. If I get in the mood, it's either Twix or Kit Kat.
Yeah, I'm not a big candy person in general. Like, I don't really like a lot of sweets. Like, my sweets is like getting some like barbecue or something like that any day of the week. But candy and all that, I'm not a big fan.
I'll crush some hot tamales though.
No.
Give me some hot tamales. I'll crush those.
Who wants to eat spicy candy?
Hot tamales are the best, man.
No, I don't know about that one.
Hot cinnamon. No.
Yes.
I'll pass.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to discuss that.
You guys are missing out, man. That's why you guys probably don't drink bourbon, do you? You guys can't handle that.
Oh, don't.
You need that hair in your chest, man.
Hey, I've got enough.
I'd rather be unhairy.
It's good for you, man.
Well,
I'll take your word for it, Nate.
Los, I don't think you got to comment because you were kind of buffering out whenever we were doing the podcast last Saturday. So I was going to give you kind of the room here as we jump into our last thoughts on Florida State versus Louisville, and kind of give your take on what you saw, what really is hurting this team. Obviously, a dismantling loss, like I opened the podcast up last week about 8-16. Tell me, what's your thoughts on
it was hard to watch. Jordan Travis is a dominant playmaker, as you can see. I think our backs are two of the best backs in the country when they get the right amount of touches. I think we don't have enough playmakers on the outside for him to distribute the ball to. And you can't have a quarterback like him. You can't run him constantly because now the quarterback runs a part of the game. It is. You have to do it at least 12 times a game to keep them honest and when you run RPOs. But we don't have any playmakers on the outside. Where has Terry been? He's been hurt. I mean, Sixes came back, but he's been spot in and spot out. He's not getting enough consistent time on the field. 80's been in the game, but he's dropping passes. 11's dropping balls. I mean, you can't do that and expect to beat a number 5 team in the country and then go play a Louisville team who just played a Notre Dame team who's top 5 in the country extremely well. They're confident in their abilities to compete against a Florida State team that just beat a number 5 team in the country. So, I mean, they're not afraid of you. They just went and played a more dominant game. Our offense struggled and our defense was on the field way too much.
Yeah, me and Nate talked about it too on the instant reaction the other day, and we do feel like, if Florida State isn't going to find and have a successful passing attack, man, I mean, the defense is just going to take care of Jordan Travis.
I think that Travis's abilities kind of get near its ceiling in terms of what he can do in this offense. We'll talk about more as we go into Pitt, but I think it's on film now how to stop him. His passing's gotten progressively worse each game. Teams are forcing him to stand behind the line, stay in the pocket. They're not giving him that stuff out of the pocket. Terry's been out. That's a huge loss. And none of those receivers helped any of the quarterbacks last Saturday. But my concern for the offense is if Travis has reached his potential and his ability to be a consistent thrower.
Yeah.
I mean, 14 for 41 against Louisville is not going to get it done.
It's not.
It's not. But that includes Chuba Purdy, who was 0 for 9, and the receivers had 6 drops.
So, but Nate, with that being said, Nate, you can't say he's reached his ceiling. We don't run the football. We don't run the ball. Our backs ain't getting the ball 20 times a game. When the last time a back had 20 touches? Who was it? It was Cam. Nobody's getting the ball like that. We want to throw the ball with no weapons on the outside. We have a quarterback that can do both. Mm-hmm. They're going to find out how to stop him. But if he can't throw the ball and get completions, he threw the ball. He had 14 completions. But how many drops did he have? Well, you got to catch balls. And the balls that should have been caught were easy catches. You can't say he's reached his potential yet.
Well, this is why I think he's reached his potential. Because Florida State ran 40 times for 265 yards against Louisville at 6.63 yards per rush. They ran the ball effectively. That Louisville defense stayed testing Travis to throw the ball. They knew that Terry was out, and that's a huge hit to the offense. But I think that if you watch the game again, as much as those drops hurt, he still had a lot of throws that he missed. So that's why I think that if you look at the progression of the season, and each game's gotten progressively worse, my concern, I'm not saying he's reached it, I think he's nearing it. If Terry can't come back, if the receivers can't step up, that doesn't matter. I agree with you 100%. Nothing matters if the guys aren't catching the ball. That's just absolutely ridiculous that the amount of drops they had. But I disagree that Florida State didn't run effectively against Louisville. They ran for 265 yards. You rush for that much. Most times you get a W.
I do think moving forward, though, I think it does need to be the 9 and 8 show, and I want to see more plays designed around them, because I think those are you think you do have a nasty combination there. I think they have a lot of potential, definitely moving into next season, growing there under Travis at quarterback. But whenever you don't have any kind of threat on the passing game right now, man, you're really missing Tamarion Terry. He was just starting to click, and obviously he goes through his injury. We'll see. Maybe we'll get an update on his status from Norvell this week. But you got guys dropping the balls. I mean, you got veterans like even Keyshawn Helton, man, that are dropping wide open touchdown grabs. I mean, and it's disappointing, and obviously we see at the end of the game, and it's already over, but you got guys dropping them back to back to back to back, and it's just not good. Obviously, Ron Dugans wasn't there at the game, but still, I mean, he can't go over there and choke them.
Yeah, Los, listen to this. So right now, Jordan Travis is your leading rusher at 12 carries a game. and then you have Damian Webb at 11, and then Total Philly's only getting 4.8. That's my question mark. Is I understand how effective Jordan Travis is, but Total Philly's averaging 8.28 yards a rush in his opportunity. So, Corbin's averaging 8 carries a game. So it is more committee right now. But in my opinion, is that Webb has shown that he can be a guy that should be getting 15 to 20
I agree.
carries per game.
I agree totally. But I mean, the run game is only so effective. Like, okay, the run game was great. Like you mentioned that, you're 100% right. But we're talking about Travis throwing the ball effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank period. You have receivers dropping balls. Like, you cannot have that. Like, we know going in, and I feel like we know going in, bro, don't throw the ball like that.
Mm-mm.
So we can't say every week he's getting worse. Every week he's playing the way he throw the ball, the way he throw the ball. He's sporadic, point blank period. Everybody knows that. But he has spurts of where he shows where he can be if he has the time to perfect that craft.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we forget that. He's never had the ability or the chance to even progress like that in a game other than this season. So I think we kind of jumped the gun on that. So, I mean, I agree with you at some point, in some ways, because can he only do so much? Yes. But we knew this going into it. Like, we knew what we were getting out of him. He put on his best display against some of our toughest opponents. We knew what we were getting. We just were disappointed at, his display of on the football field against a lesser talent. I think that's what we're really at our point with now. Like,
so,
okay, you played great against tough opponents, but against an opponent you should have dominated, you didn't show up. Oh, have you topped out? No, I don't think so. We'll find out against Pitt. I'll just want to tell you that, Nate. We'll see if Pitt is the defining game, if Jordan Travis should deserve to continue to be our starter, or should we just scratch surface and go with Purdy and just take the losses as they come with a freshman?
Well, maybe I should phrase that he's got to be more consistent on the chunk plays that he's been hitting.
Okay.
He's not, and that's what I think makes it stand out. The ineffectiveness stand out even more. I'll say it that way.
Okay.
I'm interested to see.
I agree.
And I wonder if this bye week really helps Travis too, because I feel like he's been hurt since the North Carolina game. He's not fully at 100% yet. So I'm also looking at least for optimism for FSU fans. Hey, you had a dinged up Jordan Travis. You hope that he's had time to heal, and hopefully maybe they get a rhythm going on Saturday whenever they face Pittsburgh. But yeah, I think now obviously Norvell is focused on having Purdy getting a lot of reps in practice, just in case things get moved around and Purdy does end up being your starting quarterback near the latter of the season. Florida State's just got to find some kind of momentum on offense, and I think Florida State has talented backs. I just think there needs to be more plays designed around them right now, because Jordan Travis isn't a passer unless you're trying to go for those long shot explosive plays.
It's clear to me right now this team needs to be running the ball 65 times a game.
Yeah.
Keep that horrible defense off the field.
Let's go back old school Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah.
Let's
control
put a
it.
fullback in the game. And let's go downhill.
Offensive line is improving too, week by week. So, and guys are finding holes, which if you look back at the last 2 seasons for sure. I mean, Cam Akers was getting tackled right off the snap. I mean, he would break off a tackle. That's why he was one of the best in the country at yards after contact, is because he was getting touched immediately after handoff. Right now, guys are actually having holes set up right in front of them, and so I wish Florida State would take advantage of it. And I think Norvell is a smart coach, and he'll figure it out. It's just I feel like sometimes, he's still figuring out his team and stuff, but. Obviously, I'm not a coach. I'm a complete idiot. I mean, I drank too much on Friday night. I'm a complete dumbass. So I shouldn't say anything about coaching. I'm not getting paid millions of dollars right now. I'm sitting here with these fools on this podcast. So here I am. But let's move to defense. Woo! Everybody get excited. Don't get too excited though. Golly. Yeah,
That defense is freaking horrible, man.
Who wants to talk about Florida State's defense? Who wants to? What is one word to explain Florida State's defense right now in Tallahassee? One word.
Lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical. Austin, do you have one word?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing, lackadaisical, and embarrassing. Nate.
Dumpster fire.
It's 2 words.
Dumpster fire. No, it's one word. Dumpster fire is one word.
Know what I saw though? A lot of guys like you see the guys that want to play. You know, you see Asante. They're not. You see the comment. They're not throwing the ball to his side. When they do,
hell no.
I mean,
they didn't even throw the ball to a net. So look at that game. They didn't test any of the corners. Not to cut you off, Carlos. No. I'm sorry. They went straight for the linebackers and straight for the safeties.
But I'm like, but the guys that want to play, you see those guys. The one, the why, like Nate, I agree with you 100%. I thank you for cutting me off because you put the start in my head. You're absolutely right. They attacked our linebackers and safeties. You want to know why? Because our corners is put on film. They don't play that bullshit. I'm locking stuff down on the outside. I will come up and make a tackle. I'm playing football. I'm playing to compete and win. You get what I'm saying? So I 100% agree. Our linebackers, they don't play with depth. They don't play with high energy. They're not making splash plays. I want those. Go watch Vince Williams play. Or watch my brother play. Go watch him. Go watch his film from playing from this season. Watch the evolution of my brother play, and y'all will be like, I want to be just like him. He plays balls to the wall. He has a chip on his shoulder. He has something to earn, to go prove. None of those guys play like that. You don't play like y'all want to be drafted. You're not playing with the ultimate goal of winning a championship or leaving a legacy behind. They're playing just to wear the jersey and be at Florida State, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
And the thing with defense, I think it's even bigger than offense. You have 1 or 2 guys that stop trying, it affects the whole defense.
Oh.
So like you said with those safeties, when they keep getting tested because they're not trying, it really hurts the entire defense, especially the defensive front. When they're just standing there, just getting blocked, it's worthless. And you've seen it in the yardage given up every game.
Yeah.
Well,
Who leads the team in tackles for loss?
So just put it this way: Florida State only has 12 quarterback hurries all year.
Oh my God!
They only have 8 sacks. And you know this, it all works together. You know, if you're not getting a pass rush, it doesn't matter. You know, that's just added on top of the struggles that Florida State has in coverage and linebacker and at safety. So the fact that you're not getting after the quarterback, it's just, you know, it's just a bad scenario.
And the thing is, you know, this would be kind of understandable if this was a young group. They were just getting their chemistry down, at least at the front line there. But holy mother F. These guys have been here. These are complete veterans on this defensive line. All of these guys have played in so many games, started in so many games. This whole group came back from last season. This whole entire group did. And that's how many pass rushes there is or pressures you have so far this season. How many does Pittsburgh have, Nate? Because you had that.
Pittsburgh has 31 sacks and 32 quarterback hurries right now. But, Carlos, to answer your question, Florida State right now in the season has 30 tackles for loss. The leading tackle for loss is Amari Gainer at 4.5 tackles for loss.
Don't even bring Gainer. Don't bring Gainer up again because I'm gonna go off again.
Amari Gainer. And what game he didn't get a lot of reps in? What game did we see Amari play in?
Last 2 games actually.
Yeah, right. Because of scheme, right? Norvell said because of scheme he wasn't on the field and he leads the team in tackles for loss. You got an ACC All-American on your D line.
Don't get me started.
All-Americans on your defensive line. Robinson, where have you been? You literally are invisible. You're a jersey floating on the field.
So, I talked to someone after the game when the players, a younger player, talking about the defense and kind of, you know, it stuck in my head what Carlos had said a few minutes ago is that, you know, the thought of the young players is that the older guys are just happy to wear in the Florida State jersey. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That shit's not fair. That's not even fair.
No.
That's not even fair. Like, that's not even fair. Like, to have a younger guy be on the roster, be like, I'm fighting. I want to get reps. I want to play. And to feel like your seniors, your redshirt juniors are just happy to wear a jersey. yeah, I would be pissed. Like I would be mad. Like, hey, bro, I want your reps. Give me like a walk on. Give me your scholarship, bro. Like you're just here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to compete and win. Like that Nate, that's terrible.
Raymond Woody has more tackles for loss than Marvin Wilson, Josh Kando, Chu Thompson, Robert Cooper,
And that's a safety.
Corey Durden.
No, I don't know him personally.
That's not even a safety. That's a backup safety.
It's a
I
backup
met
safety.
him one time when I was enrolling back in school in January. I met him one time. Amazing kid. He wasn't getting a lot of reps. Amazing kid. I'm happy he got more tackles for loss than Marvin.
He's a great death player. Let's talk. I know people were kind of shitting on Travis Jay. I was not happy with this effort. I thought he couldn't make a tackle on Atwell, but you're not going to put. There's no defensive back is going to cover Atwell that has 2/3 of the field open to get open, and then that touchdown was on Woodby slipping. He came over and almost made the play. So the problem is the second level of the Florida State defense. I think Florida State has definitely has parts when you look at guys like Travis Shea and Renardo Green, who's out this past week. I think those need to be your two safeties.
Is that Dean gonna play?
He was out.
Is he gonna play?
I don't know. He needs to play.
Yeah, I haven't had an update.
I understand playing Woodby. He knows the defense, but shit, man. I'm not gonna shit on the kid anymore, but god damn. That whole it's all right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's guys.
Film don't lie.
Yeah, the film.
No pass rush. Linebackers can't cover. 30-something missed tackles that game. I think it was 31.
That's the thing, though, we've seen. That's the trend the last couple
31
of seasons.
missed tackles.
We're re-breaking Austin's heart right now. His face is he just looks sad, just like listening to these stats. Like, Nate, you're breaking my heart too.
He's dying on us over here. Even after a Vikings win, too. You might be killing him over here.
What?
Golly. Don't hurt him that badly.
31 missed tackles.
Look, we even froze him. Look what Nate did. He froze his computer, too. Jesus Christ. He damn broke his computer, Nate. Damn. Yeah, but now, the defense, it all starts up front, too. You got to call out your leaders. It's number 21. It's 13, definitely 11. Definitely 16, and Cooper's your youngest. But
I'm going to lay off 21 a little bit. His play has gotten a lot better the last few weeks. If you watch,
has he played like an All-American?
I think he's played like an all. I think he's played like
an
an all conference. He's played like all conference.
So he played like Aaron Donald?
No.
All right. No, Nate. No, it's a fucking excuse, man. He's not playing to his capabilities, man. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it.
I don't think his
Timmy
capabilities.
Jernigan played like Timmy Jernigan every time he touched the field. No matter what the circumstance was, he played like Timmy Jernigan.
Well, I don't think he's on that level.
Bro, but he's getting the clout as he is. He's getting all the benefits of that. No, so that's an excuse, Nate. If you get it, you better play like it, and don't give him that excuse.
I agree. I agree with
I
you.
won't listen to that. I won't listen to it. No.
The excuses had to stop. Period. With the defense, there's plenty of talent across the board for not to be the worst defense in Florida State's history.
Man, I'm 21's biggest fan because I want him to play to the ability where I've seen him play at. You don't just mention being an All-American in ACC. ACC has some great defensive linemen that have been named All-American multiple years in a row. Marvin could be one of those. And when you got it and it's right there, you could do it and you're not reaching that potential, but you're still getting that recognition, I'm going to be pissed. You don't deserve it because you're not playing up to that potential. Timmy did it. Mm-hmm. We had guys that did Derek did it. Why can't you do it, Marvin? But you're still getting that clout like you're not earning it. You're not deserving it right now.
Yeah, I kind of figured out in like the first two games of the season that Timmy Jernigan is my favorite player that came through Florida State, and I wore number 8 because of him in high school. I just think that he played with a lot of heart, very talented, and I just like the way that he wore his jerseys. Tried to wear him like James Lauder Jr. He tried to wear him like James did. But he'd had another 100 pounds on his stomach than what James had. But Timmy Jernigan is just a different level, and we just got to be. I mean, it's quite obvious now. 21's not on that level of the Timmy Jernigan. I don't even think he's on the level, to me, DeMarcus Christmas. I'm trying to think of more recent people.
Eddie
Derek
Goldman.
Noddy.
Yeah, but he's not Eddie Goldman. I was just about to say
Yeah.
that he's not
Goldman.
Eddie.
Goldman,
but,
Noddy.
but listen though, was Eddie Goldman an ACC All-American? Was he a first-team All-American? No.
And probably because
No.
Clemson had 55 of them.
You get what I'm saying? But you get what I'm saying? He's getting all this recognition consistently.
Mhm.
He's not matching the recognition. He's not playing on that level. And we've had guys that came in after Timmy, like y'all just mentioned, that's played way better than him with the same D-line coach. They're getting coached the same technique, the same way. They're getting their ass chewed the same way.
Mm-hmm.
He's not meeting the expectation. And it starts, like you said, it starts where? Up front. And it starts with who? Your All-American.
Yeah.
Anything less than playing like that is an excuse. Anything less than an excuse.
That Jarvis Brownlee has as many sacks as him.
I don't want to look at stats this season.
And didn't Brownlee miss the first 2 games?
He didn't.
Florida State's leading sacker is Janarius Robinson at 2. 2.
Yo.
Horrible.
That was in one. Was that in one
That
game?
was against Carolina.
Yeah, 1-0
Yep.
in one game. Yeah, I don't want to look at stats anymore. I don't want to look at those anymore.
It's terrible.
It tells the picture though.
No, it tells a very disgusting, ugly picture that you'd find in a trash can on the side of the road and some shithole. That's what this stat sheet looks like this season. I mean, I can't look at it because if I even talk about Amari Gaynor one more time, I'll just gonna say this: if Gaynor's not on the field against Pittsburgh for 90% of that game, say goodbye to any kind of tackles or maybe a TFL. I don't understand why he's not out there, but you're using him for goal line packages. I mean, I don't want to get on to Adam Fuller because I know the fan base already gives him enough crap, but whenever you're just utilizing him in goal line packages and not trying to take care of him on the field, definitely whenever Louisville was using that inside of the field more, where you would like to have a tackling guy like Gaynor out there, but you're going to use him in goal line packages, that's just ridiculous and atrocious. And you're not also putting Asante Samuel Jr. on their best wide receiver for the whole entire game. That is also atrocious. It's just, I don't know. I just don't like how the defensive coaching-wise has been either. I mean, 30 missed tackles is 30 missed tackles, but at some point it's got to be better, right?
31 missed tackles. All of them count. Trust me, because they scored 40 points. All of them count.
Easily. That game was worse than Miami, man. That game was worse than Miami for me. Just because of the opponent, man. That
He said easily though.
Florida State beat Louisville 2 years in a row, and come out and just lay a fucking egg. Like they didn't even look interested. It was awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the next topic, please?
Yeah, let's move on.
We'll move
Can we
on.
fucking move on? Can we please move on, dog?
We will move on from Florida State versus Louisville. On Thursday night, we will preview fully the Pittsburgh game. But let's talk about some good stuff here. Let's talk about some good, fun stuff. Dalvin Cook is back, and oh, sweet almighty, Austin, I'll just give you the floor on this, man. 4 touchdowns for Cook. He's back, and he's the best running back in football.
It feels like 2015 Florida State all over again. We suck, but we have this amazing all-talent running back that just keeps us afloat and wins games. If we had even a worthwhile quarterback, a worthwhile offensive line, our receivers are great. I'll at least give us that. Our defense sucks, but hey, we got Dalvin Cook. That's all we need.
Yeah, he rushed for 30 attempts, 163 yards, averaged 5.4 yards a carry, and 4 touchdowns.
That sounds like Cookie.
Yeah, Cookie. That's your man, Cookie, right?
That's my boy. I mean, I love him, man. I'm his biggest fan. I got to play with one of the best backs that ever touched a football at Florida State, and just sharing a locker room with him and watching him grow and develop while I was there, and then him rushing for 1,000 his freshman year, like being a part of that, Like, we lost in the Rose Bowl, and everybody, like, he's a young kid in a big time game. It happens to everybody, but the way he performed that season, man, I knew he was going to be something special. And watching him, like, blossom in NFL the way he is, and he's on his way. He's a rushing champion. It's coming. Multiple titles is coming for him. I promise you.
I just wish he did that in a loss, so we were one loss closer to Trevor Lawrence. But I mean, other than that, it's hard to complain.
Yeah, no, I agree, Austin, with your take. I was thinking about it earlier today. He's kind of saving this Vikings team. I think that Cousins has some good targets, wide receivers wise, but I mean, Dalvin Cook just helps carry this team in a huge amount of way.
Thielen and Justin Jefferson are like two of the top 5 receivers in Pro Football Focus.
Yeah,
Like, they're killing the game right now and they're two of the greatest route runners. Jefferson's been awesome, but when you got Kirk Cousins, who's thrown like 12 interceptions on the season,
like debatable. I don't know if it's debatable right now. That I think it's clear that Cook is the best running back in football right now.
Yes.
What's the top 3? What's top 3 right now?
are we just talking healthy guys? Because I would have put Barkley top 3, but he's hurt.
No,
Hell
Barkley's
no.
not even in my top.
Hell no.
No.
As bad as the Giants are, I
Nah.
wouldn't.
No way,
Man.
man.
Bad take, Austin.
Listen,
Saquon
Who
Barkley and
else-
his 3.7 yards per rush,
Who
whatever
Who else
it
you
is.
putting up there?
Oh my-
Alvin Kamara.
Kamara's up there.
I'm going Cookie. I'm going Kamara. I'm going Derrick Henry.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
put Henry up there, yeah. I don't know about Kamara, though.
Those 3. I'm going.
Sometimes
those
I love
3.
him, sometimes I don't.
He's a great
Kamara
pass
is-
catcher.
I think he benefits from his system a lot.
Who? Kamara?
That's just
Yeah,
me,
yeah.
though.
Everybody does. What do you mean?
Yep.
You don't draft a guy to not fit your system.
I wanna note it.
Everybody benefits from the system.
I do want to note that Big Ben did have more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley in our first game of the season. I just had to put that out there. I mean, Big Ben, he might need to get some talk in there. He might be in the top
But
10.
Logan, you can't talk running backs because you said James Conner is better than Derrick Henry.
Didn't need him. My offensive coordinator, Big Ben, led me down 2 scoring drives. By the way, Big Ben is better than Andy Reid, and you heard it here first. Big Ben is the best offensive coordinator in football right now. Just let you guys know. Putting that out there. Just had to say it.
No, dude, stop. Just stop. Stop.
Let's see. Next up, Gabe Neighbors. My boy Gabe. We got to get him on the podcast here. Maybe this upcoming week. I texted him, man. He's in a really good mood. I'm happy for him. Although the Chargers somehow ended up blowing that game. That's just the usual LA Chargers situation there. But Gabe Neighbors caught a catch for a touchdown from Herbert. Congratulations to Neighbors, man. He's really worked his ass off. He's going to end up, I think he's going to be in the NFL for a good while. He's just proven.
Have like a 10-year career.
Yeah. He's a talented cat. He did
But I thought Nick Moody was going to be a guy who was going to come in and just have a 10-year career. Just quietly in 12 years and just retire a millionaire. Same kind of guy.
Yeah, I feel that. I fingers crossed it goes well for Neighbors moving forward because he really put in a lot of work and changed positions at Florida State and actually played really well at moving the tight end. And then he gets an opportunity on the practice squad in LA. Man, what a life. Gets to take care of his family and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. So, and I know him and Herbert have became pretty much best friends. So I'm sure they got to share a pretty fun moment. I saw them. I think Gabe knocked down Herbert while they were celebrating the touchdown. So it sucks that they end up losing the game because they probably would have been partying the night. But congratulations to Gabe Neighbors for sure. Probably first of many ahead for him. And then I noted on here, too, I didn't get to see it because obviously I was watching the Steelers game, but I saw a lot of people tweeting about it. Maybe y'all saw it, but I believe Auden Tate had a big-time first down grab or touchdown. What was it?
It was a first down.
First down grab, but he dove for the
He jumped up in the air and, fading backwards, typical big guy.
Mm-hmm. Why is A.J. Green still there?
He's consistent.
Yep.
He's talented.
And then if they release him, they gonna owe him a lot of money.
Yep.
He's a free agent after this year, though, right?
That's the main reason.
I think he's gone after this season.
Yeah, I think he's a free agent.
Did y'all hear the Jets owe Le'Veon $8 million next year? Yeah, guaranteed off the top, baby.
Guaranteed.
That's what happens when you got
Give
one of
me
the
my
worst
money,
coaches in the
baby.
league.
I mean, he's gonna be taxed New York style, but he's still gonna get like
That's a damn steal for Kansas City. They get paid salary, and they
Yeah.
can get 10 to 12 quality touches out of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Great
Smart.
touches. Talking about catches, anything.
How many yards did he have today? Under 10? Let me look that up.
Mhm.
Just to see how much money the Chiefs are doing there. Let's see. 7 yards. 7 yards, 6 attempts, 1.2 yards a carry. Hope you're enjoying that. I mean, sorry you don't have our offensive lineman in Pittsburgh, but hope you're enjoying it. And AB, I hope you have fun in Tampa with Tom Brady. Have fun. I can't really talk any crap because they're playing well, but God, I hate Tom Brady. Any else? Any Knowles? Anything else go on this weekend except for old Cookie and the rest of these cats? I don't think I'm missing anybody, am I?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't get to
Vinny.
watch any football.
You had Vince with a forced fumble
Yeah, Vince
at
too.
the game.
Vince stays
that-
undefeated.
Listen, Pittsburgh is playing some really, really stone football.
Mhm.
Like Coach Tomlin, he actually his 140th victory. He broke Tony Dungy's record for the most wins as a black head coach in NFL history.
Did
So
that
I was
many already?
cool. No, he did it tonight.
Yeah, he's got 140.
Yep, got 140 today.
He's been there that long.
Yeah,
He's been there
I was just saying
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
He's
I
been there
was
since,
telling
like,
my wife, I said, what's
2009.
crazy is that
Yeah.
I said he didn't even Tony Dungy didn't even win a Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, where he built the dynasty. He won it in Indianapolis.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm seeing
That's
a tweet
crazy.
right now. It just comes up right when you were saying it. It says, after earning his 140th career win today, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin has passed former head coach Tony Dungy for the most wins by a black head coach in NFL history. So, yeah, I think the
They're-
defense.
What they talk about firing him last year?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
It's a great year to be a Steeler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just laughing at those people that wanted him fired. Ridiculous, dramatic, and it really goes to show too. You know, the defense. I love watching Vinny. Man, I love watching him play. It's just a nasty defense. It's just physical, mean. They want to hurt you. And T.J. Watt's a different animal too. But yeah, I'm excited to watch these Steelers. I plan on going to Duval here in a couple weeks and seeing them in person. I'm really excited about that. So
I mean,
you gotta tell Vinny to link up with me after the game, Los. Like, what are we doing?
I hate
Come on.
I hate the Steelers. I hate the Steelers. No,
Vince will be kicked back, relaxed, and trying to recoup because I know he's going to be trying to bust heads when he get down there. It's a home game. He's coming back to the crib. So I'm pretty sure a lot of his friends are going to be at the game. He's going to probably go ham,
Duval.
guaranteed. He's probably going to go crazy. He's coming back to Florida. He's probably going to go crazy.
Yeah. Well, he needs to link us up. I mean, I'm gonna get tickets either way, but tell Vinny, I need to see what's up with him after the game. I know
I might ask Vince to come on the podcast. That would be nice. Get Vince on the podcast one night, pick his brain.
that's what we need. That's what we need to do. We'll get him whenever we preview the Super Bowl with the Steelers. Okay, that's what we'll do. Also, we'll have him on.
Don't jinx him and then not go now.
I'm not. I don't have any wood on here to knock on, but I feel pretty confident right now.
Knock on the natty, baby. Knock on the natty.
It's Patrick Mahomes' world right now.
Shut up, Nate. You and Dustin try to irritate me in Discord all the time, and I just ain't gonna.
That is
kinda-
reality.
He's not wrong. It's Patrick Mahomes'
It's Patrick
world.
Mahomes' world right now.
No.
Yeah, we're just living in it.
Big Ben is
He can
his,
do whatever he wants on the football field right now.
Big Ben is his father. Big Ben is
Fuck
his
out of
father.
here.
TJ
outta
Watt is
here.
his daddy.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
jump.
moving on.
Yeah. Let's jump into some basketball before we end off this week. It's not going to be a long one because we're going to get ready for Thursday night and get ready for 4 weeks straight of doing these pods. And we're going to preview Pittsburgh. But let's jump into basketball. Austin, you've got a few updates for us. It's officially basketball month. I'm really excited. I know you are too.
Yeah, the biggest news that came out of this week was the ACC Big